Yeah, that's right. I see the chat. I see y'all rocking. I see y'all coming. Hit that like button as you enter the building. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Show your love. Show your support. You know what I'm saying? This that dope soul. This that new thing. Nobody don't know about it.
Hello, Knick family. Welcome to the Just Knickin' It Weekly Show. I'm your host, Stephanie, a.k.a. Queen, joined by Geoff Klafter from the Happily Ever Klafter Daily Sports Blog. I am Jerrell, Dope Soul Made Man. Like that. Ajay,
Nice.
Green Lantern, Hollywood. Hit that like button, the villain in the house.
Salute.
A lot to talk about tonight. We're going to go over just our thoughts on the Knicks, over the past, week or so. We're going to get into the NBA Cup, whether or not we care about it. If there's anything we can learn about the Knicks, we'll talk about the Knicks defense, which is top 10 right now, whether or not we think that's real and sustainable or just a product of who we've played of late. And then if we have time, we'll talk about Kolek and some of these young guys who, because of injuries, we've had an opportunity to see more of, and whether or not we think they should remain in the rotation when we are fully healthy. All right, let's just start with the Knicks right now. Shout out to the chat, by the way. Shout out to the replay gang ahead of time, and shout out to the silent listeners. And then also, I forgot Jeff's idea to have a fan, come on and talk about their fandom and how they think what their thoughts are on the Knicks this season. We got Lord SINTIS joining us probably around the midway point, maybe around 10:15 or so. But let's start with the Knicks, 17-7, 8-2 over their last 10, have won 4 straight, 13-1 at home, 4-6 on the road, second in the Eastern Conference, 2 games behind the Detroit Pistons. Just anything you want to say about the Knicks this week? Sorry, Geoff, you're my guy, but Jerrell has been here from
spot,
the
I
giddy
can't
up.
take Jerrell's spot. You don't have to apologize for that. I defer to the man with the Knicks hat on. Let's go.
I didn't even pay attention to that stuff until you switched that that I was actually down there instead of right there. But salute to everybody. Yeah. Salute to the chat. We a collective now.
Yes, DopeSoulSports Collective. That's right.
This our first show being a collective. So Steph changed the name, got a new logo and stuff. It's pretty dope, man. I'm honored, Steph. Thank you very much for doing that.
No channel without the panel. That's a fact.
Thank you for doing that. And salute to the chat too. Y'all part of the collective too. Maybe a little bit though, but y'all part of it. A little bit, but y'all part of it. You definitely part of it. What do I see with the Knicks right now? That was your question, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just in general,
over the past week, we've won 4 games: Charlotte, Utah, Orlando, all at home, and then Toronto on the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of that has to do with who we played. Obviously, Toronto was missing RJ and IQ. I'm not saying that we would have lost to them regardless. I'm just talking about how we won the games. I mean, playing Charlotte and the Jazz is pretty much a G League team except for like Lauri Markkanen and a couple other cats. That win wasn't overly impressive to me. The Magic lost Franz Wagner after 6 or 7 minutes. But yeah, I'm glad that we beat them though. And the Toronto game, I was never impressed with Toronto, even in the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. And with them having, health issues over there, I expected us to win that game. So I do expect us to win the next game with the Magic. So regardless of what our stats say right now, just the eye test is telling me that we're not really playing the upper echelon teams, and we're winning the games that we're supposed to win.
Okay. Yeah.
I agree with Jerrell in that, we haven't, but you can only beat the teams that are in front of you, and we're doing it. We're doing a good job at it. So I think you can be encouraged by that, especially for a team that's still trying to figure itself out, and a team that's had injuries as well. I mean, because Towns didn't play against Orlando when we beat them, and so I think that kind of evened the playing field. With them, that we had a couple of injuries ourselves. We're still not whole. McBride is not back, and who knows how long Shamit's going to be out, and so we've been dealing with a lot of those issues as well, and we've we've been next man upping it to death, in my opinion. Like, everybody who's been asked to fill a bigger role has really come in and embraced that, and there bigger challenges on the mountain to come. Absolutely. I think it's going to be a tough game on Saturday against the Magic. Even though they are going to be without Franz, I think sometimes when Franz and Paolo are together, it's a clunky fit, and when one is out, it really allows them to do the maximum amount of damage. And I just hope that damage isn't to somebody's knee or leg or shoulder, or like, they're really physical, it seems, and like, I think 6 injuries, 3 per team, have happened when the Knicks have played the Magic. So I just as soon get out of there with a healthy squad as anything. But I'm really encouraged by the job this team has done so far. I think that it's the start of a really fun season. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this team does in reaching their potential ceiling, because I don't think that we've played our best basketball at all yet. So I'm looking forward to that.
Do you think, Geoff, the Knicks have had any signature wins yet, or do you think those are to come?
Well, I mean, I think we've had some good wins. I don't know, signature win. Like, I don't know how, like, is there such thing as a signature win in a regular season? Like, for a team that is, goal is a championship. Like, I don't know that like, how do you define a signature win? Would be my question. I think our win over Minnesota was really good. I think that the win over the Celtics is kind of underrated. We beat the Cavs when they were playing well, and so and before some of their injury issues. So we haven't, we may not have had any signature wins, but we don't really have any like eye-popping how did we lose losses either. So most of the games that we lost twice to the Magic and twice to the Heat, and we only have 7 losses on the year. One of those is to Boston, who's again playing really well, and then you had Milwaukee and Chicago, not great, but I mean, is what it is. So it hasn't been the most challenging schedule, but we've played a lot of the better teams in the Eastern Conference at the same time. So the thing is, we haven't really played much of the West yet, I guess. And if you consider the West to be supremely better than the East, which I don't necessarily buy, and I guess we still have to play the Pistons a few times, which should be an interesting landmark, if you will. But I don't ever worry about who we beat and who we don't. My concern is much more about stacking the wins and getting as many as possible, so you get that highest seed. Like, I don't really like if last year we were 0-12 against the top 3 teams in the league, and then we dominated Boston in the postseason. So the regular season losses meant absolutely 0. So, I think it's easy for us to get carried away with, we lost 3 out of 4 in the regular season. It's just a bad matchup. These teams going to beat us in the playoffs. They said that about the Pistons too, I believe. And that didn't happen either. And so, I think, to me, the important thing is that we have a Jalen Brunson and everyone else doesn't. And I think that that gives us a baseline of competence even into the second round of the playoffs.
Ajay, your thoughts on the Knicks the past week, or if you want to even talk about overall, you can.
So far so good this season, and I'm gonna echo a little bit of what Jerrell said, a little bit of what Geoff said, kind of combine them, and then but I mean, I agree with both guys, right? So far the team basically beating whatever team they're beating the teams they're supposed to beat, right? And by that logic, and you combine that with my opinion of other teams, when you look at the schedule, and I'm not considering the NBA Cup, you look at our schedule for the rest of the month: Indiana, Philly, Miami, Minnesota. Cleveland, Atlanta, New Orleans, and San Antonio, I think we should go undefeated the rest of the year. Because I feel like every one of those teams are teams we should beat. Okay, so
Are you
sorry.
underestimating San Antonio amongst others?
No, I think other people overestimate them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they do have a good team, but I think they just need probably one more season under their belt to be what they're making them out to be. Okay, they're good. They're very talented, very young, but I just think they need a little bit more, like, experience. Because I watched some of their games and you could see the inexperience. They have guys there with experience that they understand that. That's why they have guys like Barnes and what's his name that from Sacramento?
Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. They have those guys to kind of help guide them a little bit, but you could see that. You could see the immaturity of that team. It's going to be give it another season, man. It's going to be it's going to be like a bloodbath out west. I'm glad we have nothing to do with that conference.
But let me ask you a question. Are you saying they're too young to be a factor in the playoffs, or they're too young to beat the Knicks in a one game?
Too young to be like overall this great team that they make. Okay. Now listen, on any given night, anybody could beat. They're a very talented team, no doubt. They're one of the most talented teams in the league, more talented team in the league. But what I'm saying is, like, right now they're talking about I'm talking about the mainstream media talking about them like they're like, wow. Like, meanwhile, Oklahoma City has lost one game. They talk about OKC also, but they still wowed by, I understand Victor Wembanyama. He's a freak of nature. Obviously, he is going to be a force to reckon with, but they're just not there yet. But yeah, back to the Knicks. I think we're I think right now I feel like we're probably exactly where we need to be, and the only thing that's kind of out of place is that Detroit is better than we expected, or at least than I expected. They were going to be good. You just didn't know they were going to be top of the East, But I think we're playing very good ball, even with we've had guys in and out of the lineup. We've had injuries, and we've had all kind of challenges, changes to the lineup here and there, and but somehow we managed to be a second in the East. So I think that's pretty good, and we're making it to the NBA Cup semis. That's another another achievement for this group. So I think we're right where we need to be, and hopefully we get better the rest of the season.
Yeah. I'm really liking what I see from the team. I like this next man up mentality. It's being stretched, right now. But I like that. I agree with Geoff. I do think the Knicks have some good wins under their belt. But I'm looking forward to some of these teams you just mentioned, Ajay, coming up. I'm looking forward to San Antonio. I'm looking forward to Minnesota. I think Minnesota would be on the road, right? Looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Atlanta, though they're not playing that great right now. I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them as well. I'm just looking forward to competition.
We're playing Miami again too.
Miami. I'm looking forward to. They've slipped. They've lost. I think 4 in a row. They're dealing with injuries as well. Hero was in and out. Davion Mitchell, who's playing a big role for them and playing well, actually. He played the last game, but he was out for a few games, before them. They'll be ready for the Knicks. They'll be, they'll be ready.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Before we get into NBA Cup, being that we're talking about the Knicks, I guess we could just roll right into the defense, right? Instead of having to come back. Right now, the Knicks are 10th in defensive rating, 5th in opponent points, 10th in fast break points, 4th in points in the paint defense. This is points in the paint defense. Opponent field goal percentage, they're 7th. Opponent 3-point percentage is 16th. The Knicks don't put the teams on the line a lot. That was good too. to see. But anyway, are you a believer in the defensive rating or 10? Is this a top 10 defense? Do you think this is just a matter of playing teams that just haven't been great over the past week or have been missing players, or a little bit of both? A little bit of both. What have you seen as far as the eye test? And does your eyes tell you this is a top 10 defensive team? Ajay?
I'm, you know, I didn't even know we were top 10 defensive, because I kind of watch. So I base my judgment on how I watch the game. I do get frustrated with a lot of the missed defensive assignment, even though it's been getting better, much better the last couple of games. Like, we made a lot of improvements. You see more activities, more aggressiveness on the defense. Even Cat had a block shot the other day. He caused a couple of turnovers and stuff. So there is a step in the right direction, but I don't know. I guess as a fan, I just want to see. I don't want to give nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want a team. I just don't
take away everything.
Everything. I want a team to beat us because they beat us, not because we missed this or we made that mistake. You know what I'm saying? So I just want them to beat us because they're like playing great, not because we're slacking off on anything. So we've made a lot of efforts. I didn't even know we were top 10. So that's great. And shout out to Delusional, who he's not here tonight, but did he predict top 5? What was his?
Yep. And Freezy was saying top 3 or something like that.
Top 3. Well, listen, we're heading in. That's the direction we're going in. I don't know if it's going to get better than top 10. If it is more, man, it's going to be awesome. But I'm glad we are, and maybe that's why we've been winning those games, right? But I still think we could get better than what I'm seeing on the court. So and at the last game, I think Deuce didn't play.
Right.
And our first win of the season without him, by the way.
Yeah, but yes, that's true. Because the previous 3 we lost. So he's one of the better defenders on the team. So we still played good defense without him. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. That shows that the team they're starting to be like a little bit mindful of the defensive effort that needs to be done, at the NBA level to get in ways of other teams to make it uncomfortable for them to. Listen, you can't stop guys from scoring. You can just make them uncomfortable, right? And we've been doing that the past few games. So I hope it continues in that direction, and I hope we head to where Delusional think we should be. Let's see what happens, right? As the season get better, the chemistry gets better, the players get better with the new system. They get more acquainted with the new coach. They get better playing together. So let's see where that takes us. But hopefully it takes us in a good place, and hopefully by All-Star break, man, we'll be able to do a more accurate judgment of where we are defensively.
Yeah, great point. Jerrell, what is the eye test telling you?
Like Ajay, I did not know we was top 10 from the eye test. I definitely did not think we was from the top 10. But since I had to look at the schedule. I'm looking at the schedule now. Since the last week of November, we played Brooklyn, who got 100 points from us. We played the Hornets twice, who barely cracked 100. We played Toronto, who had 94 the first game and barely cracked 100 the second game. And we played the Jazz. So, I don't think the level of competition should even have us in this conversation yet. I know that if we are 10, cool, but that doesn't mean that we're really a top 10 defense yet. And most of those games, we didn't even have OG Anunoby. He just got back. So now that he's solidified, himself being back and getting minutes and stuff, now I want to see where our defense takes us. But Cat has been playing, a little bit better. I kind of questioned his effort. I think 2 weeks ago we talked about it. I don't know if I would have highlighted him getting 1 block like Ajay did, but
it doesn't. It rarely happens.
No, but it's not like Cat don't ever block shot. Like he blocks shots sometimes. Not from him to have like one block shot in like 10 games for me to highlight that. Like he's been doing okay though. So salute to him. Hopefully that'll keep going. But yeah, like I don't think so, so far, but hopefully we can get there.
Jerrell just put a little pin in the balloon.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Jeff?
I'm going to quote Jerrell's favorite coach and say, "You are what your record says you are." Right? Like, so shout out to Bill Parcells. So like, do I think we're a top 10 defense? No, but I mean, look, you can't apologize for, like, you can, if a bad defense can still give up 125 points to the Brooklyn Nets, right? Like the part of being a good defensive team is when you are playing the bad teams, you're able to shut them down, right? That's part and parcel of it. I've seen lots of Knick teams that are playing teams that aren't a good offensively, and we're still like the matador to the basket. Olay, here we go, and then shooting 80% from three at the same time. So while I do think that it is a valid criticism and point to say we haven't gone against the NBA elite defenses yet, and I don't think we'll see the same results when we do, I think it's also at the same time encouraging to say that we've seen some positive signs defensively. We switch a lot more, and I think that helps. In my opinion, Josh Hart is much better defensively this year than he was last year. I think Towns has been better defensively this year than he was last year. Bridges is having an all NBA defensive season, in my opinion. With Deuce at the point of attack, I think it really unlocks he and OG Anunoby both. Before Anunoby got hurt, I thought he was having a fantastic defensive season. So, is it all sunshine and roses? No. I don't think we have I still don't think we have the pieces to consistently be a top 5 defense, especially when, the limitations of Brunson and Cat and Kolek, if you're throwing him out there. And I actually think Clarkson's been pretty decent defensively, although I think he loses rotations from time to time, a la Josh Hart. Like, I think they ball watch too much and they kind of get caught in the paint or whatever. I think we gave up 2 or 3 threes, especially in the first quarter against Toronto, that were kind of annoying to me from that aspect. But he's been doing a much better job. Being without Shamet has hurt us. I think he's a dog defensively. He always is hard-nosed, and he's not the most athletic person in the world, but he's hard to get rid of. He stays on the ball really well. He navigates screens extremely well, and that's one thing I think the Knicks are doing a better job of than in seasons past, is navigating around screens. But at the same time, I think this is maybe Mitchell Robinson's worst defensive season of his career. Like, I think that I don't know if the change in scheme has hurt him because he's not in drop coverage anymore, or but I see when he's in the game, I feel like we give up a lot more shots at the basket that we used to. It doesn't seem like teams are as afraid to navigate the paint when he's in the game as they were in past seasons. His shot blocking numbers it feels like they're down. Maybe they're not, but it just feels like the rim protection is not necessarily there. But, overall, I would say on balance, most people are playing better defense than I expected that they would. And that includes Yabusele, by the way, who I know is probably going to be number 1 in some corners around here. But so the defense is better. Is it as good as the numbers indicate? I think we have small sample size to thank for that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if I have anything else to add. I think you three pretty much covered it. We are what the numbers say you are, but I'm not a believer in the numbers right now. To Jerrell's point, I think competition matters. And sometimes it's easy to hold down teams that don't have a lot of offensive, options. But to Ajay's point, by the All-Star break, we'll know, what type of defensive team this is. But I will say, Geoff, I'm encouraged by all of the things that you mentioned, that we have the makings to be a top 12, top 13 defense. And I think with, the way our offense is rolling, that might be good enough. Sure, what you say about Mitchell Robinson is true. True in the sense that I see it. I feel the same way. I see that as well. But OG Anunoby, McBride, Bridges, Shamit, coming back, Yabusele, you don't want to get them in space. Don't want to get them in space. But in terms of rotations and anticipating where that next pass is coming and being right there, like he's very quick on his feet to be a big bodied man, So I'm encouraged by the defense, but no, I'm not a believer that it's a top 10 defense, proverbial top 10 defense, but I'm encouraged by what I see that we could have a solid, a solid defense.
Queen, I want to ask something real quick. You
Sure.
mentioned Shamit coming back. Is there any update on his situation?
It should be coming soon, right? They said 4 weeks.
Reevaluated in 4 weeks. So
That's what I mean.
That doesn't necessarily mean that he'll be ready to go. I mean, it may be the reevaluation. He has another 4 weeks, right? So
That's what I'm saying, Geoff. The reevaluation should be
soon,
around
yes.
now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. But to your point, once he's reevaluated, that can mean, that can mean anything. This is a team where everybody matters. Like, this is a team where, as top heavy as we are, we still need those supporting players to be our best selves. And I mean, need them to be our best selves. Yeah. All right. Let me get to the chat for a little bit before we get into the NBA Cup. This show is moving right along, guys. Y'all might be out of here. We might all be out of here by 10 o'clock. Let's see. Okay. All right. Dwayne Dennis, winning the semifinals game against the Magic and possibly facing the Thunder is a prelude to the finals championship. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. Kerry Cox, appreciate you. The author, if I'm not mistaken, of the Dope to the Soul, Monica. I like that. I'm gonna figure out a way to weave it in some sort of way. What's this talk about Alvarado coming to the Knicks for who? Yabusele? That solves nothing.
I have an answer for that if you want, if you don't mind me.
Absolutely.
So my understanding is that if Alvarado, that the Knicks would be Tyler Kolek and Peckham Dadier
Wow.
to New Orleans. That's my understanding. That's what I read. I don't know.
Quick thoughts on that in the chat. If you guys want to weigh in, let us know if it is Kolek and Dadier. Quick thoughts.
I'd do that.
I'm not gonna lie, I might. I definitely think about it. Alvarado he solves a lot of problems for us, and he's more seasoned than Kolek, but it's not like I would that's something I would be reaching for though. Like, I really have to think about that.
What I would say also is this: if Alvarado is coming, it's probably not by himself. Alvarado's coming, it's probably because we're making another move that is creating a deficit within our normal starting rotation. So I think that if that happens, it may be in conjunction with another larger move. I'll just leave it at that. But I don't know that move is going to happen in a vacuum, although it could. It solves our backup point guard problem for sure. Alvarado's a terrific player. He marks a lot of boxes for us. He's exactly what we want Tyler Kolek to be. So he fits right in with who the Knicks want to be, and he would do very well.
Do you know why they're trading him?
I think they're trading him because Jordan Poole and DeJounte Murray are healthy, and they've got another young kid in there who's playing well, and they're just kind of backcourt heavy, is my understanding. And I don't know. Maybe he's an expiring contract. I haven't looked, but maybe one of those deals where they might have to pay him and they don't want to, kind of a thing. So I think all of those are considerations.
Do we have a backup point guard problem? Because if you ask Freezy and you ask my guy Lee Escobedo, the Knicks don't have a backup point guard problem. That point guard by committee, given Mike Brown's system, is fine. Do you guys think we need a backup point guard, or it's just nice to have?
I would trust Alvarado in a playoff situation more than I would Kolek or, I mean,
Clarkson and McBride.
Clarkson and McBride. They're not point guards to me. Like they're filling in that role almost out of necessity. But I don't view them as that. Like I view Clarkson as a 2 guard, and I view Deuce as a small 3. Like that's always the way that I've seen.
Small 3, small forward.
Yeah, a small 3. Yeah.
You moved him, Geoff. He used to be a small 2. He used to be a small 2.
Small 2, 3, a small wing, whatever you want to call it.
A tiny 4.
No. That's Josh Hart.
That's Josh Hart.
Oh, that.
Oh boy.
I think real quick, you asked why they probably get rid of him. Like the Pelicans stink. I don't know if anybody have seen them play. They got like 2 or 3 wins. Like Zion's been hurt for most of the season. I think they're last in the West right now, and they're not going nowhere. So if I was them, I'd probably cut bait too and try to get as many assets as I can. I think Herb Jones might be available. Murphy might be available. You never know. I think if I was them, I think they pretty much in tank mode. Like I think Zion was an experiment that has failed now. I think they're coming to grips with that. They're going to get rid of him too.
They're not completely in tank mode because they don't have the rights to their picks. So
that is something.
They're losing because of injuries, but they're like when Poole and Murray get healthy, they're probably going to win a few more games, and they're going to try to win games because they don't own their own picks. So I don't like. Yes, they're a 3-win team, joke of the NBA right now, but they're gonna. Like if those guys start to play some games, they'll win some games, and probably get up to 5th or 6th worst in the NBA instead of absolute worst in the NBA. So, I mean, take that for what it's will. It does what you will. It doesn't necessarily change what Jerrell is saying, but I don't think, in other words, it doesn't benefit them to just have, a complete sell-off, of all their big assets to get the Atlanta Hawks a number 1 pick. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, if they're trading their big pieces for other draft picks, like Zion is going to go for how many number 1 draft picks?
Somebody if they're trading them for players that can actually play on the roster. Then,
yeah, I think like say if they do trade Zion, how many number 1 picks would that get them? Because somebody is going to jump at that. Not us.
Good thing we don't have them to take.
Yeah, right.
I guess, right?
Right, not us. I don't think we're going to, we don't have that problem. But, they trade Zion. I could see them getting 2 or 3 first-round picks for him, depending on who gets them.
That's not going to help. Oh, I see what you're saying. So even if they do give up a first-round pick, they'll be getting first-round picks back. Depending on
like they're say if they're not tanking for Atlanta, like Geoff said, that could be absolutely true. But if they trade their biggest pieces for number 1 picks, they'll just have other number 1 picks and not their own.
Gotcha. Where would he even play? So I'm with Geoff. Like, if you're bringing him in, you're going to have Deuce, Clarkson. Like, to me, Kolek wasn't really in the rotation to begin with when we're healthy. So now you've got Alvarado, Deuce, Clarkson. Yeah. You're right, Geoff. It may be part of a bigger trade. Kerry Cox said McBride is better than Alvarado. I think they do
different things.
Right. So are you talking talent-wise? or are we talking positionally? I think what we're talking about positionally. Are you saying, Kerry Cox, that you think McBride is better at the point guard position than Alvarado, or he's just a better player overall? Because I think we're talking positionally, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we're talking positionally.
And I think we would have them both. Like, I don't think it would be, I don't think the idea is to, that's why I mentioned the package to begin with. I think if you're acquiring him, it's not to replace Deuce McBride, because they do different things. It would be that you would have McBride and Alvarado on the roster together, I would imagine.
Right.
The Knicks have a decision to make. I wonder how much Deuce's contract coming up for next season is going to play into the decisions that they make. Because the question they have to ask themselves for both Deuce and Mitch, do we want to go over the second apron and unless they make other moves and lose our flexibility to change the roster by going over the second apron? It's a big question they have to answer. I think Deuce is forcing their hand. You know,
I was gonna ask Jeff, do you know how much Deuce makes?
About $4 million.
Alvarado makes 4.5.
Yeah, they're about the same. But I don't think that would be I don't think that deal makes any sense to just swap, because they're in the same boat with Alvarado as they would be. In other words, they, you know, if you have to make the decision on McBride, you would have to make a decision on Alvarado too. So that wouldn't really benefit them any. Of it just add to the, you know, and we have a big decision to whether we're going to be an over the second apron team next year anyway. So, you know, and the Giannis discussion has a lot to do with that. But I do want to take just a minute to apologize to the Knicks family. I said something incorrect on the last broadcast, and shout out to Lee Escobedo for pointing it out to me. I understand how the collective bargaining agreement works, but apparently I don't know how calendars work, because Mikal Bridges signed his extension on August the 1st, which means that he's 6 months without being able to be traded. Well, that puts him at February 1st. So on Groundhog's Day, he is eligible to be traded. If you're talking about acquiring Antetokounmpo right before the deadline, it does look like it is a fact, and I was completely wrong 100%. I'm sorry that I misreported that. That he is going to be eligible, but not until February 2nd, is my understanding, because the 6 month rule, I was correct about that. I was incorrect about my timing. 6 months is shorter than I thought it was, apparently, because he will be eligible to be dealt that week if we decided to do that. So I just want to apologize for that, because I don't like to. Okay. I like to be accurate, especially with the cap stuff when we're trying to develop these arguments, and I was not correct about that.
Jeff, you know how many people that wouldn't have said that?
Yeah,
you're completely fine. Yeah. Most people wouldn't have said what you just said.
I'd have been like, "Oh, I was wrong." Okay, yeah, next.
Yeah, some people won't even admit that they was wrong. They would just let it roll.
Yeah, it's cool. Super 690 said we could do better
than Alvarado. I believe so too.
Yeah, Alvarado is like what, 6'1"?
Yeah, he's small, another small guard, but he is, for what we would like our backup point guard to do, he is the perfect kind of fit, though, to be honest. But he is another small guard. Okay,
Kerry Gok said, forget all that. We need we need an upgrade to the backup power forward position.
Thank you.
We talked about that last week. Absolutely.
My gosh, don't get him activated, please, with the power forward.
Please. A true 4.
Yep.
But that's Yabu. That's your guy. He's gonna start. Remember what happened?
See, this is when Ajay said he was wrong.
Right.
We all wrong, because to be honest, remember, I was wrong about Yabusele too. I thought Yabusele was going to play way better than he's been playing. But I think we're using him incorrectly, to be honest. But that's another story.
Yeah.
It's that we're not wrong. Yabu's wrong. He ain't playing right.
Yeah, they wrong for using him. I'm not wrong at all. Me and Ajay straight. If you use him like we wanted him to be used, we'd be all right.
Right. Oh man. Salute. What's that? Xander V. Viborni.
Zenda Viborni, looks like.
Okay. Salute to you. David Smith, Mike Brown and Bunsey guilty of misusing cat. I hear you.
David Smith. Shout out to David Smith.
Jose is a point guard. That means Kolek is out. I don't know if Kolek is in. I mean, we're going to talk about that as well. Kerry Cox sees improvement in him. JJ, shout out to you. Doesn't see a signature win yet. I would keep Kolek and Daddy A, trade Yabu for Jose Alvarado and Micah Peavy. Salary fit. I don't know if they want Yabu though. I don't know.
Not if we talk about him like that. We gotta prop him up. We gotta start the propaganda train. The Yabu the Hut official blog, so we can pump his value up.
Yeah. APAT Brunson is the best clutch player on the team, no doubt.
Yeah, they was going back and forth with Cat.
Yeah.
Davis.
Yeah. Anyway, RJ Barrett in a second round pick for Zion. Oh, you talking about for Toronto? Oh, okay.
Man, remember how we was devastated in 2019 when we didn't get Zion? We feel like we got RJ Barrett. It turned out that whole draft class is mad suspect, man.
To be honest, RJ is actually the most consistent.
Yes, and even though he's been injured this season, but yeah.
Because Ja's been
doing Ja thing.
Yeah, doing Ja stuff. So yeah, it's kind of good that Ja didn't come here.
Or
Garland's been pretty good.
Yes, that is true. See, that's the thing. We could have actually had Garland. So yes, that is definitely an argument. And if we would have drafted Garland, franchise would have looked a little different.
If we would have drafted Ja, listen, we could have changed the whole trajectory of his career. Nothing says he would have went down the same path.
Yeah, that's true. Memphis and New York is a little different.
And we had Thibodeau too. Jeez.
Hold on, though. Yeah, I can see that.
Before we picked, though, Garland went after.
Yeah,
Garland went after. Yeah,
we would have had to trade it up to get Morant, and I don't think that Memphis was going to do that. Yeah. I mean, we took Barrett over Garland. We easily could have had Garland if we wanted to.
Right.
Could have. Cat has been in the league for too long to be so inconsistent on defense. He should make it a priority, period. He's who he is. I mean, yeah, he's who he is. All right. Let's get into the NBA Cup. The Knicks, for the first time in 3 tries, won the quarterfinal game against Toronto. They will play Orlando Saturday. I believe it's a 5:30 game in Las Vegas. Who are the 2 teams from the West? OKC and
San Antonio. They beat the Lakers without Wemby, and they beat them up one side and down the other.
Yeah, they beat
Steph Castle was unreal.
It's crazy. So the 2
sounds like belt to ass. It's what it sounds like.
The Spurs have been beating everybody without Wemby. I have him on my fantasy team. Wemby haven't played in forever. He hasn't played in over a month, I don't think.
Wow.
So they have the same record as us, and their number 1 player hasn't been playing.
Wow.
Listen, the 2 West games, they were both of them lopsided.
Yeah. I saw a little of the OKC game.
Yeah, it was.
I love Dylan Harper. I know I'm biased, but I think that kid's going to be real. That rookie looks, the things he can do on the court, his body control for his finishes, the way he can shoot and seize the court. I mean, for a kid that young, the crazy part is Castle and Wemby and Harper are none of them are 21 years old yet.
They're 17-7. Wemby has played 12 games this year.
Wow.
That's crazy.
When we play them, it's going to be home or away? The next game.
Right now. Hold on 1 second.
Wow.
I feel like it's home.
We play them like on New Year's Eve or something,
Yeah,
right?
we play them
Yeah.
away.
No, we play them away. Yeah, we play. Matter of fact, we have 3 away games: Hawks, Pelicans, and San Antonio.
Wemby will be healthy for that game. My
Of course.
front page news, just saying.
First game back, Geoff.
First game back, and
First game back.
then out the next 10.
he won't even get hurt. He just wanted to come back for the Knicks game.
All right, let's get into the NBA Cup. Is it important to you as a fan to see the Knicks in the NBA Cup? If there's something you excited and jacked up about, or is it really just another game, Geoff?
Not at all. I could absolutely care less about the NBA Cup. There's nothing about it that excites me. I'm like, what? Like, just play 82 games. This isn't soccer. Like, we don't have to pretend. Like let's make the early season games are interesting to me. I don't need an outside excuse to try and hype them up or pump them up. If it's about the players and getting them to play better, okay, whatever. Like, I don't care about it one bit, but if you're going through all the trouble of having it, might as well win it, right? But I don't care about it one iota.
Yeah. Jerrell?
I don't know. I'm like, now I used to be completely on Geoff's side. I really don't personally, I really don't care. The only reason I do care is because it seemed like they care about it. If they didn't think they care, if I saw that they didn't really care about it, like we've been, like you said, the semifinals for 3 straight years, we actually tried to win all of those games. It seems like they do, take pride in it. That's the only reason I care about it. But I do agree with Geoff. Like, personally, like, it does, like, basketball is basketball. 82 games, I'm gonna be there all 82 watching them. But yeah, as long as they keep playing hard for each other, they want some of the younger guys to get the money. Yeah, win it. So, but personally, no, I don't care. But I'm glad they do.
Okay. Ajay, your thoughts on the NBA Cup as a fan?
Queen, listen. Of course, this year I like it this year because the Knicks made it to the semifinals. But otherwise, I couldn't give a flying pluck about it. But it's whatever. It's something for people who are not fans like we are. Like, we excited to watch preseason game. Like, if we can't wait for training camp to watch first clips of our guys. We're excited in December, in November, in October. We're always excited to watch those games. This is created for people who are not passionate like we are. Okay, so it doesn't make a difference to us. If the Knicks wasn't in it, I wouldn't be watching the games because it's the Cup. I don't care. I would be watching because the Knicks are playing.
Right.
So.
And if they lose, you won't be watching.
If they lose, but go back to my regularly scheduled program. Knicks games, whenever they play.
Yeah,
So.
I agree. I'm going to watch it because it's the Knicks and it's a game. I'm interested in seeing them play in Orlando. If they win, I'm interested in them playing either San Antonio or OKC. Now, is this a losers play losers as well?
Yeah, I don't know. I was about to ask you that. Did anybody confirm that?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? So yeah, I'm interested in just watching the Knicks against really good competition. I don't really care about the cup itself, about whether they win it or not. I was talking to Freezy earlier. Shout out to Uncle Freezy, Big Freezy, Blanche Tears, who said that he wants the Knicks to win the cup. He said that the Knicks don't really have anything to show so far in the Brunson era, right? No cup, no MVPs, and this would be at least something, I guess, before the championship. Everybody has their own opinion. I can care less whether the Knicks win or not. I want them to play the games. Like, it's not like I felt like I don't want them to make the tournament. I wanted them to make the tournament because I wanted to see them against this level of competition. Anything you think you can learn about the Knicks in the cup, or nothing more than you already learned about them?
Nah, not really. Like only like they could get up for big games, but
Right.
other than that, we already saw all these dudes in the playoffs already. Like we don't really have any, new guys or young guys that we think that are gonna, mean a lot to us in the playoffs. So other than maybe, Kolek is playing now that we have some injuries. So maybe Kolek get a little bit of experience in big games. Other than that, nah, not really.
Yeah.
I guess Josh Hart probably put it best when he was asked about it, and he was like, "Is there a bigger, is there a bigger atmosphere? Does it ramp up on these cup games?" And he said, "Well, yeah, it does. It means more to the players." And then he was asked how it compared to a playoff game. He's like, "Oh, it's nothing like a playoff game." So I think that tells you your answer right there. It's a little bit of energy, a little bit of buzz, but it pales in comparison to the playoffs. So you can't really, I don't think you can really extrapolate too much from it. I mean, I guess if you want us to see us against good teams, Orlando is certainly that, with or without Wagner. I think they're a good team. So, iron sharpens iron. It can make us better from that standpoint. It's really just an extended road trip though, going into the rest of the season, because you're flying out to Vegas and you're there for a couple days and and all that goes with it. But I don't know that there's any, like, did it benefit the Lakers when they won it? Did it make them a better playoff team? When the Bucks won it last year, that certainly didn't help them in the playoffs. So I don't think it has any bearing on the postseason, and it doesn't really have any effect on anything else except for the cup itself. So it's kind of, I kind of agree with AD, who said it's kind of like a bowling trophy, not really.
Yeah, I don't know how Josh can compare it to the playoffs because he's never played in a cup game. So, I mean, he's never played in the cup. He's never played in the semifinals of the cup game.
About to find out, but on my end, Queen, I'm excited to see the Knicks play Orlando because the last time we beat them, I feel like they took it personal. If I feel like they really, I don't know, that Baines play to me was like, man, this one getting on my nerves. Like, it was no brain fart. He just was annoyed with Anunoby. He was annoyed with the beating. I want to see how they come out. I want to see how we come out. I'm looking forward to the game, and hopefully our guys come out. It's a game that counts towards your 82 games or something. It's a game that counts towards your confidence in the playoff if you come across the Orlando Magic, right? So on that end, it counts for something. But otherwise, NBA Cup or not, like I said, I'm watching because it's the Knicks. If it's not the Knicks, I'm not watching. Yeah. Or I'm not making it a point to watch. If I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'm not.
Yeah. I know a lot of fans are actually, kind of looking ahead because of OKC. They want to see us against OKC. Me personally, I don't really care about, because this is the non-scheduled game if we did end up playing them in the championship. But for me, I'm way more, if you look at the schedule, I'm way more excited or wanting to see what we look like against OKC when we actually play them for real on our schedule, because we play them at the end of the season.
Right.
Both of the games that we play them are in March, right before the playoffs. So I'm way more interested in that than.
And they'll already have 70 wins, and the Western Conference wrapped up at that point. So
right, but at least
but
by
you don't
that
want to
point,
watch them now. Like, say if the Knicks play them in a championship, even though it doesn't count, you still get a chance, right, to see how the Knicks match up against them.
Yeah, true. I'm just talking about more so once we're hopefully fully healthy.
Gotcha.
In March, it's almost the playoffs. We're starting to rev up stuff for real. One of our last games are against them. We play them at the end of March. It's one in the last 10 games of the season. So I would rather see us against them than now. To us, now it seems like it's just too early. It doesn't matter. If we beat Boston or something like that, or when Boston beat us, I don't really care about. I care about those games individually while we're playing them. Yes, I want to beat everybody, but I don't think the wins or losses are that meaningful yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't care about the cup per se, but I do want to see them against Orlando again and against OKC or San Antonio. Like that's what I'm, geared up for the competition. Not necessarily whether they win the cup or not. Um, let's see what the chat has to say. Dorkosaurus Rex. Let's see how
There's
we
a couple
measure
super
up.
chats that were back
Oh, we
there
do.
too, by the way, Queen.
Okay. Yeah, let me get to the super chats first. I'd rather keep who's TK? Tyler Kolek, in my opinion. Jose
Tyler
don't move.
Kolek.
Jose don't move the needle. We need more front court help. Another small guard against Orlando isn't appealing. Herb Jones. Listen, if we can get Herb Jones, that would be great.
Yeah,
I don't
salute
see
to Jason
anyone trading
Benjamin.
at first for Zion disaster.
Yeah, salute to Jason Benjamin. You didn't say his name stuff.
Oh, I didn't. Shout out.
Yeah, you just read. You just read him.
Appreciate you rocking with us. I mean, those who are in the chat know who it is, but you're right. The silent listeners may not know who it is. Jason Benjamin, appreciate you. Both super chats were from him. Ephraim Lopez, how about Ayo? Is that how you pronounce it? Ayo from the Bulls.
Yeah, Ayo DeSumo. Yeah, that's another backup point guard we can have. Long, like he's completely different than Alvarado, though.
To me, he's like a shooting guard. You think he's a point guard?
Yeah, he plays both. He's a combo guard. Like I think his, main, quote unquote position is point guard, but like you are right, like he plays both.
He be giving us problems though.
Yeah, he got game.
D Grant, Trey Murphy. Yes, I would trade for him. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's no brainer.
Of course,
we would all like Trey Murphy the third. Let's not front here.
McBride is a better player than Alvarado and positional player. I don't know about that. Still, AD Deuce has nowhere near the point guard skills as Alvarado, which is fine. He's just not a point guard. Dorkosaurus Rex, Alvarado ain't it. He had one good game against Memphis, and the freaking Pelicans don't even want him. Let's keep our pants on here, people. Oh boy. I'd rather Deuce for sure. Winning the cup can be a confidence booster come playoff time. Let's see how we measure up right now. We are all curious. For OKC, I am. Even though we're not fully healthy.
But
let's just do a hypothetical for a second. I'm sorry to interrupt that, Jay.
No, it's good.
Let's say we play OKC and they absolutely hammer us and blow our doors off. Do you think that increases the pressure to make a Giannis trade? Or do you think that the Knicks just treat it as like a one-off and forget about it?
We're talking about the front office, right?
Yes. Yes.
And for how fans will want the front office to do that too. Like Geoff make a good point. That's a good question.
What do you think?
It's all fun and games unless we look terrible against OKC. Like you're curious now, but you mess around and get smacked. Then what? Like everybody can start jumping out the window then.
They're like smacking everybody.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's already feelings around the NBA that no one in the Eastern Conference is a match for OKC, and some would even say Houston, right? That's already out there. I guess getting smacked would bring it to reality, right? But that thought is already it's already out there.
True.
I don't know. Would they feel more pressure to listen? Remember how we got OG? we played a game, or was it one or two games where we just looked like a hot mess. And then the next thing you know, RJ Barrett and quickly was out the door, and OJ Anunoby was on his way in. So
Well, Steph, how would you feel if we did lose bad against OKC? You just let it roll off your back and just keep pushing? Because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Just keep pushing.
Yeah, I don't think that will jumpstart Giannis trade for me to want to do it.
Right.
Like I said, I think it's a little bit too early to decide what this team ultimately is yet.
I will say this. I think this team as presently constructed can get out the East.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a believer yet that this team as presently constructed can beat OKC and win a championship.
Yeah, me either.
I'm not. Now, I thought the same thing last year. And Indy went in there and was a half a game away from winning the championship. So, anything is
half
possible.
a hamstring.
Half a hamstring,
an
right?
An Achilles, maybe
Achilles,
towards
right.
Achilles.
Oh, an Achilles. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Indiana could have definitely won the championship. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting because when we talk about the Knicks as contenders, I do believe, like, right now the Knicks are championship contenders. But when you raise the bar and you talk about winning it all, is this team right now, it's presently constructed, built to win it all, like one of the top two favorites? I'm not there yet. We'll see.
I don't think anybody in the East is.
In fairness, Oklahoma City has lost one game in 25 tries or something like that. Like, that makes everybody look like that. Only one other team in the history of the NBA has done that. If you want to feel better about yourself, that team did not win the NBA championship because that was the Warriors team that got beat by Cleveland. So maybe we just need to be Cleveland in this scenario. I don't know. If you were looking for a bright side, if you want to be optimistic, that's it. But if conventional wisdom is going to say this Thunder team is on one of the best rolls any team has ever had ever, and that goes back to winning the championship last year and carrying it over. I mean, they're not talking about any championship hangover there. They're better this year than they were last year, and Jalen Williams has only played like 2 games. So
yeah, but I felt like that even before they went on this streak. I didn't think the Knicks were better than them, even before the season. Started. But listen, this is why you play the games. This is why you play the games, right? All right. No more players under 6'6" on this basketball team, please. I hear you.
I think Leon Rose has it in his contract that he's not supposed to have more than 3 players over 6'4" in the lineup at a time. I don't know.
All right. APAP 1586. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you for rocking with us. When was the last time anyone in this room saw the Knicks actually lift any trophy? There was no hardware for the Eastern Conference champions in 1994 and 1999. Okay. So are you saying that you want to see them win the cup? Just bring something home. Don't come home empty-handed.
Like Nate Robinson and Obi Toppin win like the dunk contest or something. That's a little trophy, right? A little something.
Yeah, and I'm sure Cat brought his little what was that?
Did he won like the skills competition?
I'm sure he brought it with him.
He was with Minnesota then, though, Steph.
All right, he with us now. Bring it
on. He did like Clyde Frazier and put it on a special seat on a plane, put the seat belt around the trophy.
Oh God.
We want trophies so bad. We want trophies from other teams to go.
If the Knicks lose,
there's only one trophy I want. Larry O'Brien won. The rest of them don't matter.
Yeah. If the Knicks lose both games in a blowout, I think the front office is going to think hard about Giannis. They might be thinking hard about him either. They may also be thinking about OKC.
Wait a minute, you say both games. You mean like if we lost, like get blown out by Orlando? Like I highly doubt that we get blown out by Orlando. I'm not saying that, I'm guaranteeing victory or anything like that, but getting blown out by Orlando, I'd be pissed too. Yeah.
He swayed. P Sways 24. If we get smacked by OKC, we should trade for Giannis the next day.
See, that's what I'm saying. Some fans think complete opposite as we do.
Yeah. Sherwin, Detroit is the best matchup in the East for OKC.
And Jason Benjamin back on a spending spree.
Thank you, really?
Sir.
Okay.
He's got another one.
Okay.
Salute.
Appreciate you, Jason Benjamin. I'm riding with our guys. They have what it takes to beat any team. Boston before last year was a dynasty, and we beat them up, not questioning this team. I hear you. I hear you. Listen, the playoffs are a different animal, and the Knicks can rise to the occasion too.
Yep.
I don't know about dynasty, but nobody gave us a chance against the Celtics, man. Nobody.
Yeah.
And circumstances matter. What if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets hurt in the finals and you're there, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, strange things happen. Like when the Knicks were in the finals against the Spurs, they didn't have Patrick Ewing, they didn't have Larry Johnson. Like, I mean, so it makes a big difference, right? Especially when you're playing against Duncan and Robinson. So just get there, and you never know what can happen. Like, as you said, the Pacers were a game away. You never know what can happen, but if you don't make the finals, it doesn't matter, right? And so make the playoffs, get out of the first round, get out of the second round, get to the finals, and roll the dice.
You think Duncan Robinson was named after Duncan and Robinson?
I don't know.
Salute to his parents if he's there. I don't know, but that'd be crazy.
Right. Okay, Sniper Entertainment, appreciate you rocking with us. OKC is miles ahead, better than the entire league, and the commissioner sat back to watch that. They wouldn't let Kobe play with CP3.
You do got a point. They ain't let CP3 go to the Lakers, but they allow OKC to do this.
But I mean, they did it honestly, though, right? It wasn't even trades, was it?
Is it really
Well,
honest?
they got SGA and 8 million picks from the Clippers for
Paul George. That's right.
Right. If I really dig, Steph, I might can find something.
No, I get what you're saying now. Shea was a trade.
Yep.
But you know the worst part with OKC is like they have so many good picks. So many good assets. Like they have like everything, they could get rid of 5 players and bring 5 superstars if they want.
And
on top of what they already have.
And not
they
the main
reason. Giannis if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And not the main reason, but a big reason they won the championship because they took one of our players from us.
Yeah.
Yep.
He would be money in the bank right now, him and Cat, in my opinion.
Yep, absolutely. He's a perfect fit for us.
Passing to each other.
He's a perfect fit for them too.
Right. Wow, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Steph, I'm gonna roll out, man. It's
Okay.
7:15. I'm gonna make myself go to bed. AJ,
proud of you, Jerrell.
AJ, you go to bed too. I gotta be your dad.
I'm not far behind. I'm like 5 minutes behind you.
I gotta be AJ parent some nights. That's crazy.
All right. Lord Scientist, if you listening, you can log on now.
Well,
Appreciate you, Jerrell.
Appreciate y'all too. See y'all next week. Wait, hold on. Next week. I thought, don't we have a game on a Thursday soon?
I think we do.
I think that is
next week. It's not next week. The week after. It is next week.
Yeah, we play on Thursday and Friday stuff. So
we play Indiana.
So maybe Wednesday.
If I know Geoff.
Jeff wouldn't be able to make Wednesday.
Tough on Wednesday, but Steph, it's up to you. I'm available. I don't know.
I'll be out of the country, Jerrell.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
All right.
Don't worry about the Knicks, Geoff.
I'll be worried about the Knicks. We're gonna find. I know where the sports bar is on the ship. I'll be following that game. If they don't have it, I'm gonna be on my computer.
But which ship you talking about?
Yelling at my computer screen.
That's all about that.
What's the because some ships like Carnival, forget it. Like, do you know which?
We're on a Princess cruise. I know they.
Oh, Princess. I'm not sure. I haven't been on Princess yet. They
had one that had most of the games on, if I remember, when we were when when we went in March. So I'm imagining. But again, if not, I'll be in my room during that time, and my oldest son will be right there with me, and we'll be following along best we can. Assuming
Well,
the
if you
internet.
have the league pass on your phone or on your tablet, you
Yeah,
can
we
watch.
got league pass. We'll be watching.
Fine.
Yeah, get an iPad or a tablet on there, be straight.
They
Put it
G-
right on the bar, Jeff. I
they
put it
G-
right there on the bar. What they gonna say?
Right.
Put it right on the
I mean,
bar.
even with the league pass, they geo block it sometimes.
Really?
I haven't had that experience on the ship.
If I
If
pay
you get the
for it,
streaming package, I haven't had that problem.
like, if I pay for it, I better be able to watch the Knicks. That's crazy. But safe travels, Jeff. I'll see the rest of y'all next week.
All right.
Peace. Have a good night.
All right,
Peace
man.
out, bro.
All right. Kerry Cox, I wouldn't mind Precious coming back. Shit, I wouldn't mind iHeart coming back. Listen.
Well, he's unrestricted free agent next year, Queen.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have enough tall athleticism on this team, which will be exposed in the playoffs. Okay.
Yeah.
Still the real AD. And remember, I said it. It's not going to take the house to finally get him when it's all said and done. I did read an article, also, and the author was making that same point that, Milwaukee need to fall back if they think they're getting a lot for Giannis. It's just not like that anymore with Mitchell and Gobert. That with the CBA, things have just really changed.
On a year and a half rental too, right? Because
And it's a year and a half, correct?
Free agent, so you can't. And the longer that the clock ticks on that, the smaller the package should become, because he has more and more leverage about where he wants to go. Like if you have a full season, like if you're getting him for the rest of this season plus a season, you might take a gamble like the Raptors did. But as that time grows shorter and shorter, Milwaukee's asking price has to go down. So.
Right.
Because they risk losing him for nothing if they keep
correct. Sherwin says he doesn't think the Knicks are in the same league as OKC, Houston, and San Antonio. Wow.
Well, they're both in the NBA, so I think we're in the same league. Whether we can compete with them or not is a different question, but we're in the same league.
Oh boy, man, child, appreciate you. We're the best team in the East for sure. All right. Anyway, we're still waiting for Lord Scientist to log in, so hopefully he'll log in soon. The last topic would be Kolek, and you can answer this question for any of the young players, but I think mostly Kolek, in my opinion. Have you seen enough? He's playing more due to the injuries. Have you seen enough that you think he should be in the rotation even when we're fully healthy? Now, I want to add some context here, because often we talk about throwing somebody in the rotation and then we don't talk about how that impacts other players in the rotation, right? So if you're putting him in the rotation, either someone is coming out or somebody's minutes is being reduced. Because remember, we're without Shamet, we're without McBride. Those are extra minutes. Those guys come back, and you still want Shamet in the rotation. Now you're talking about less minutes for somebody off the bench, because I doubt they'll be coming from any of the starters. All of that being said, and this is for the chat as well, do you think he's played well enough that he should be in the rotation, or have you seen enough that you feel comfortable with him being situational? So that, if anybody else was to get injured, him coming in wouldn't even be a thing at this point. Ajay?
Queen, I mean, you kind of asked the question, and like, who's coming out, right? To insert him in the rotation, what are we doing? It depends. Right? I need to know. To me, that's a parameter that has to be filled in before I'm able to answer that question. So can we just throw him into the rotation? I don't think so. But because Los Angeles, but because who are you taking out of that rotation, right? Are you reducing Deuce's minutes? I don't want to do that to bring in Kolek. Or you you're chopping Jordan Clarkson. I don't want to do that either, you know. But and can you insert him for somebody like Yabusele? It probably wouldn't make sense structurally, you know, for the team, because Yabu usually comes in for one of those bigs, either Mitch or OG Anunoby. Like he's a backup for one of those guys, right? Sometimes he even plays. He plays literally between 3, 4, and 5, but mostly the 4 and 5, right?
Mhm.
You can't insert Kolek for that. So how do you manage that? I don't know. At this point, I just see him just being situational, and meaning like if somebody gets hurt or somebody's in some serious foul trouble, and even then, I don't know that he's going to get a lot of playing time, especially if we're playing in the playoffs. Because you got to remember, one of our guys who play all the way up to the 4 is Josh Hart. And Josh Hart is a guard, you know, so he's in that mix also. You know, he does a lot of non-guard things, but he's a guard.
Right.
You
And
know,
he's a guard who's playing extremely well.
extremely,
Where
yeah.
you don't want to take him out of the lineup either. Like it's hard
Yeah.
to bench Josh Hart right now. He is playing at a phenomenal level.
It's kind of hard to carve out minutes to put Kolek right now, with what we have.
He's only getting 10 minutes now without, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's not like he hasn't. You could see the development. You could see the effort. You could see him playing better. You know, he's playing better with the minutes that he's getting. You know, his defense there is an effort on defense. You know, he's deflecting balls, he's causing steals and turnovers and stuff like that. So he's playing much better, you know, but where do you play him? I don't know. Like, to me, it's situational. He's a backup of a backup of a backup in case somebody.
The tiny 4?
Yeah, the tiny 4.
He's the backup to the backup to the backup.
He's the tiny 4. Yep. So it's kind of tough to see it. Again, not because he's not playing well, because he is. You know, he's playing much, much better. But it's just that there's nowhere to put him.
Yeah, Geoff, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree. He's a situational player. I mean, let's be honest. If you add Shamet and Deuce back into the mix, you're not gonna. I wouldn't want to subtract either one of those guys' minutes to get Kolek more playing time. Yeah. And I think Kolek has been much better than I thought or expected him ever to be. I think his minutes have been valuable and useful, and you know, and he's done a good job. But you know, when you're, you know, he's going to be relegated back to the 11th or 12th guy. NBA teams don't play the 11th or 12th guy, except for maybe Oklahoma City, and that they're the exception by far and not the rule.
Yeah, I agree. Last question. Depending on who you talk to, the Knicks can use a backup guard. The Knicks can use a wing with length. The Knicks can use another big. Has Kolek, Diawara, or Haporti showed enough that you think the front office can stand pat and not look to upgrade any of those positions?
You got to upgrade one, in my opinion. You can't do all three. You have to decide between those three players who you kind of trust the most to fill in an emergency. But I think you have to address one of the three.
Outside. The question is, with one of them or outside?
Outside. I'm talking about outside. I think you need an upgrade, an upgrade on the margins for one of those three. Gotcha. Pick the one. And they're all three needs. You can't fill all three with one player because that guy's not out there. And so pick the one that you feel like you need the most. Go out and get that, and live with the production of the other two if you need them.
What's your thoughts, Ajay? And I do have a follow-up question, and then we'll get to you, Lord Scientist. Appreciate your patience.
I agree. We do have to. I mean, if the upgrade comes in, if the opportunity to upgrade shows up, you gotta jump at the opportunity.
Go ahead.
And I was gonna say my preference in terms of position to upgrade. You know what it is, Queens. I really feel like we need a real like something that we could call a power forward. okay, and without having to get rid of Josh Hart, because Josh Hart, like I said, he's a guard who's forced to play power forward sometimes because we just don't have anybody at that position right now. So I think we need to, that's where we need to upgrade.
Okay. Huck Porty, though, do you think there's a big, I guess we're not talking about a free agent, right? We're talking about a trade. Because I was going to ask, like, is there anybody out there as a free agent who you think would be better than Huck? But I guess we're talking about a trade. So in that case, there might be.
Queen, I got to jump off. I know Lord Scientist is waiting, so I'll be listening.
All right.
And enjoy, man. Yeah, Geoff, man. Have safe travels. Yeah, safe travel. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you.
And we'll see you when you come back. And shout out to the chat. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'm about to hit it right now because I didn't hit it today.
Yeah,
all right.
Hit the like button. And then the other thing I'm gonna ask before I let him in, let me just put it up here. Let me take the other one off because I don't want any confusion. Can I move it over? Yes. This QR code is to the Dope Soul Sports Facebook page. I think we need 12 more followers on the page to stream to Facebook. All right. So those in the chat, do us a solid. Use the QR code right there at the top of the screen. My right, your left, and I hope I got that right. Right, my right, your left.
Me.
Right above Geoff. And subscribe to the page. Once we get, I think, just 100. We're at 88. Once we get just 100 subscribers, we can now stream to Facebook. We're already streaming to X, and then I can also stream to Instagram. I'll get that up and running within the next week or so. Oh, all right. We're waiting for Lord Scientist. Oh, there he goes. All right. Yep. Hello. Can you hear us, Lord Scientist?
Yeah, I can hear y'all, but y'all sound a little bit robotic. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. So just for the chat, this is the segment of the show. I think we talked about it. You guys may have missed it because I think we did it on a recap show. So basically, we've changed the name of the show of the channel to the Dope Soul Sports Collective, and it's the idea that it's all of us that makes the channel, right? It's the panel, it's the chat, it's the other content creators who come and share this space for us and really wanting to build community. It's more than creating content, right? It's really about creating community. Like that's that's where we're headed in terms of where we want to go with the channel. And Geoff had a great idea of inviting those of you in the chat to come onto the show, talk about your fandom, how long you've been a Knick fan, and then if you want to add what you're seeing from the team this year, you can do that. So about 10 minutes. Anybody who's interested, let us know in the chat. You can also DM me. Geoff, if anybody is interested, if you can write their names down. You can also email me or DM me, for your time to, just come up here and just talk about your fandom. So, Lord Scientist, we appreciate you joining us. Just introduce yourself and just talk about
my fandom.
When you started, watching the Knicks.
All right. First and foremost, salute to the panel. Salute to Ajay, who had to drop off. Salute to DJ Shadow, all aboard. And salute to my main man, Geoff, and the whole Dope Soul Sport Collective. You know what I mean? Jay Boogie, you know what I mean? And everybody else, the whole Knick community, because we are a community, whether we realize it or not. And thank you, Queen, for even allowing me the chance to start this off. You know what I mean? I'm humbled. My fandom starts in 72, 73, when the Knicks won their last championship. I was 2 years young, and that was when I got bit by the New York Knicks, and my love and my dedication to the team has wavered through all our ups and downs. 1981 going into 82, when a very key player saw me and my two little assistant dancers in the city with a cardboard box. This is before LL with the big double speaker box and double cassette. This is when we had the box from the 70s, the 80s, the 79, 80. We had one speaker, one cassette, big speaker. We out there with our little Adidas suit over there behind the garden, you know, dancing to hip hop, because hip hop and basketball go hand in hand, at least for me, you know. And a man by the name of Bernard King, and I forgot the other dude name. He was a bench dude. But this is like 81, 82. And we out there dancing, and I had on my New York Knick outfit. And my partner had on the blue outfit, Adidas joint, and the other one had the orange one on, so we was orange and blue. 1981, 82. Break dancing and pop locking behind the garden. And Bernard King came and blessed us. So that's my first physical bite, so to speak, where I knew who Bernard King was. You know, coming from Brooklyn, you know, like Biggie said, either you singing the clack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. Like, you know, basketball is our DNA. That's why so many of us, especially old heads, hold on to the greatness of what we know our New York Knicks franchise is. So, you know, I got other stories. You know, the time I met Patrick Ewing in Brooklyn, over there by on Church Avenue by Jerk Chicken. This big up all my yard massive. Remember Patrick Ewing come true like 85, 86. So I was one of the people out there when Big Pat came true and representing for the yard massive. Please forgive my voice.
It's fine.
I'm a little hoarse, you know what I mean? So my Knick fandom goes deep, you know. I remember Starberry and Skip to My Lou back in 89 and them at the parks. You know what I mean? So it was a special moment for me to see Starberry when he put that New York Knick jersey on. So without, you know, getting too emotional, getting forward to where we at, hey, yo, listen, for me, it's a matter of just letting it simmer. You know, shout out to Delusional. Delusional said we would be number 10 in defense. And I remember he said that a few shows ago right here. I don't look at it as, well, we wasn't playing no great teams. Any team we play in the NBA is potentially a great team, because on any given night, that same bum team that's the worst team in the NBA will beat the number 1 seed on any given night. Don't forget the league that we're talking about. We're talking about the greatest players in the world. So for me, it's more so what we're doing right now is a form of practice. Because if we're practicing doing it now against lesser teams, as people would say, imagine how much better we're going to be doing it against better and greater teams, because we're in rhythm to do it. We just got to step up to the next level. And what I've been seeing consistently with our New York Knicks, whether you look at it with Tibbs or whether you look at it now, you know, with Deuce and Shamet missing and other players stepping up. Yo, we got a little grit in us where the next man up mentality is something real. So me, I take everything in, you know, with a positive mindset. Shout out to Jay Boogie. Salute, salute, salute. We got more good we can say right now about our team, whether it's defense, offense. Yeah, we just started a new system. Remind everybody, we just started in October. Today's what? December 10th, 11th? Yo, tell me how we look after the All-Star break. when we really know that we in rhythm and locked in. Tell me how we finished the season, because to me, we're starting the season off great. You know what I mean? Is there things we can improve on? Of course. It's the beginning. Let it marinate. Is there stuff where we still leaving things on the bone, like the Queen say? Yeah, that's to be expected. But the fact that y'all saw Karl Anthony Towns step up and play defense in a way that you've never seen him play his whole entire career, that means something. Even Jalen Brunson, his defense has went up another level. He ain't a great defender, but like Geoff says, he ain't no cone where you could just go around him. You know what I mean? I'm encouraged, and I can't see everybody. I'm 92% blind. I listen to everything. I listen to one of the most intellectual channels involving my Knicks, which is this channel. I listen to my man Sam, shout out Nothing But Knicks. I listen to Tony Crow, Lady in the Chef. I listen to, the whole collective. I listen to Knicks Recap. I listen to Knicks Fan TV, the leader of all of what's going on. I started out with him when we were 17 and blah, So we, in 5 years, y'all, 5 years, we just turned this whole franchise around. Shout out to Leon Rose. Like, we progressed in a way that it don't just happen. Right. This was a well-orchestrated plan. Do we need other pieces? Yeah, you could say that. To me, we need to marinate and enjoy the good things that we see and stop beating up the team for the little shortcomings. Everybody in life, whether you play basketball, whether you do whatever your work is, even pastors, and Geoff can confirm this, we have shortcomings. We fail in certain things. I'm a single father with 3 children, and I'm holding it down in enemy territory to me because I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm not in New York. You take a fish out of water, what happens? It flips, it flops. Put a fish back in water, zoom, it's gone. So we need to enjoy what we got and encourage what we got and realize we're on the point of greatness. As long as we stay healthy, we got the chance to get a chip this year because they want it. I think the little cup thing, I think that's food for the vendor. How you say it? Food for the extra, like extra food. That's extra motivation. Mm-hmm. I think that benefits the whole team, the people, the other team players. Gets them a chance to get ready. Like, listen, you like that we won this? All right, come on, let's step it up and let's get this chip. And let's go down Broadway and have a ticker tape parade and watch how this city go bananas. So to me, it's food for the course. That's what they call it. Hey, yo, Shuttle, all aboard.
I'll be sure to tell him. Man, we appreciate you, Lord Scientist, stopping by. And anybody else in the chat, let me know who wants to be next, just to kind of share your fandom and what you're thinking about the team. We appreciate you.
Bernard King
thank you
story
for listening.
That's
Say that again,
awesome.
Jerrell.
Great story. Thank you for sharing, Lord Scientist. God bless you, young man. We appreciate you very much, and just I love your outlook and your positivity, and you add to this channel every time you're on it, and we appreciate your support. And we're the ones who are honored and privileged to have you as our first guest and not the other way around, sir.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Until next time.
Yeah, no doubt, Geoff. Thank you. Until next time.
All right. All right, Wiz. Wiz says he up next week, Wiz.
All right, so we got to have a Deuce-friendly show, or are you going to storm out on it? No talking bad about Deuce next week. You're going to walk off the set.
Right. Oh man, that was dope, man. Appreciate you, Lord Scientist, rocking with us and sharing, sharing your story. And yeah, looking forward to Wiz BKLA
He really is
next week.
taking my spot. I'm not gonna be here. He's been saying he's gonna take my spot. Now he's
Oh,
taking my spot. I'm
and
worried
that's
now.
why he
I'm
picked next
concerned.
week. That's why he picked next week. You ain't slick, Wiz. Anything else, Jeff?
Just
Anything
thank you
we
so much, Queen. You really this is such an awesome opportunity, and it's such a great family, and I love the rebranding.
Oh,
It really is something else, and I appreciate everyone, and I'll be thinking about us and this team while I'm gone, and I'm gonna enjoy some time with my family, and we'll be back on the 22nd of December, and then ready to roll and rock and roll with it. I don't know what the schedule's like, but if we have a show that day, we'll have a show that day, and ready for a big season, big rest of the season. So I'm really looking forward to it. But you have nothing to worry about because Queen can lock it down solo Mio all the time, every day, all day, and Ajay is around, and Jerrell, and we have plenty of folks with great opinions and can do this job so well. So I'm just blessed to be one of many, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity. And you guys in the chat are what make that happen, because if you're not watching, we're just sitting here talking to each other like
absolutely. Absolutely. I do want to show, when you talked about the branding, this is, if you go to our YouTube page, that's what it looks like now. Dope Soul Sports Collective, New York Knicks and sports content. Most people don't go to the actual page, but if you do, that's what it looks like. And that's the new logo, Dope Soul Sports Collective. I actually thought we were established in 2022, but I found out it was 2021. So yeah, that's the new logo, and I'm gonna start a membership soon, and then once we start the membership, we'll do monthly giveaways as well. QR code right above Jeff. If you can please be so kindly to go to our Facebook page and subscribe, so we could start streaming to Facebook, and then we'll also do Instagram in another week or two. Jeff, I appreciate you. Let me shout out the chat really quick. Wiz, size 9, rocking with us. Big weekend. I like that. Appreciate you. D Grant 63. Appreciate you. APAP 1586. Appreciate you. Old man Knick fan. I like that. Appreciate you. JJ always rocking with us. Dwayne Dennis. Appreciate you. Sherwin, a regular sniper entertainment. No, Snipes Entertainment. I appreciate you as well. So Train 68. If you know, you know. I appreciate you. Rocking with us, Kerry Cox, David Smith. David Smith working overtime. From the moment he wake up in the morning to the moment he go to bed, he putting in that work, that cat work. Still the real AD, my man. I appreciate you as well. Okay. Jason Benjamin, I appreciate you for the super chats. APAP, I appreciate you for the super chats as well. Dorkosaurus _Rex, I love pizza. Okay, all right, I like that. Kev Berg, appreciate you. D Grant, I may not get to everybody, but Nick Nation in the house. Yeah. This is what makes the show go. There's no show without you guys. Like Jeff said, we just be sitting here talking to we could do that over the phone.
Yeah.
Top notch in the house. Man child, appreciate you as well. Wolverines 1986. All right, if I missed anybody, my apologies. You know my condition. I will be back Sunday around 10 a.m. for the recap and reaction show. If there's anybody out there that want to join me, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be going solo dolo like I used to. Yeah. And then after that, I don't know when the Knicks play. After that, whenever it is, the next day, I'll be on until Geoff returns. Geoff, enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much for just being who you are, elevating the show. As always, shout out to Jerrell and Ajay, who had to leave early. Until next time, family. Peace.
Sister, you one of a kind.
Yes.
Oh, sister, it's time you
That's
shine. Dope Soul.
Where you at? Where you at?
Dope Soul.
Where you at? Where you at?
Dope Soul.
What?
Dope Soul.
What?
Your soul.
Where you at? Where you at?
Nice.